There's two different types of people in this world. People who hate Mario Kart Super Circuit, and those who haven't played it yet. 9 times out of 10, your favorite Mario Kart boils down to the first Mario Kart you ever played. I mean, chances are the first one that you really sunk your teeth into is the game you'll probably defend until the day you die. And me, like many others, started with Mario Kart Wii. But just because you start with that doesn't mean the older ones aren't worth your time. Mario Kart DS has some really fun side modes, Mario Kart 64 has some wonderful tracks, and Super Mario Kart, well, that one's just the first of the series. But there's just one Mario Kart that I cannot seem to enjoy. And that one is Mario Kart Super. Now, I've had my fair share of time with this one, and every time I boot it up, I just do not enjoy it. The controls never seem to click with me, the tracks disappoint me, and it just makes me mad. Now, is that a valid criticism? I don't know. You're still here, aren't you? But I figured everybody needs a second chance, even the birthplace of the ever so miserable. So I booted up my Nintendo Switch Online expansion pass to give this Super Circuit one more super spin before I disregard it for the rest of my life. Right off the bat, I'll give the game this. There's a lot of charm. The menus feel alive and funky as I go in to select my character. And while the roster's rather small, at the end of the day, it is a racing game on the GBA, and everyone you want to be here is here. The game has the main Mario Kart staples, multiplayer Grand Prix, time trials, battle mode, quick run, which is just versus race, and this is honestly nice, especially being on a handheld. Popping in and out of tracks with ease is always a win. The game also has 20 new tracks and the entirety of the Super Mario Kart tracks, making this, at the time, the Mario Kart title with the most tracks. Honestly, from this standpoint here, it sounds super promising. That's because we haven't started the real game yet. Released on the Game Boy Advance in 2001, Mario Kart Super Circuit is the third entry in the Mario Kart series, but the first one to be playable on a portable device. Jumping from home console to handheld is no easy task. I mean, just look at Frogger. Yeesh. But I will say, from a graphics standpoint, Super Circuit handles it with grace. And that's about all that it handles with grace. Traction in this game is absolutely thrown out the window. These drivers are out here sliding around the road like Texas drivers when they see a quarter inch of rain. I don't get how anyone can control this game. I ran through the whole thing from start to finish, and my conclusion on the handling was if you're not racing as Mario or Luigi, good luck. The big guys are just way too slow, and the little ones are shooting off the track like me driving down the highway 8 drinks deep, and I've taken my glasses off. To go with that, due to limitations, the tracks jump back to 2D with a couple pop-up elements. And honestly, I think they work pretty well. Most of these tracks are short for pick-up and play reasons, but playing on a handheld, I'd be worried about not being able to see the road ahead of me. But thankfully, that's not the case. The bright visuals do a good job of telegraphing where I'm supposed to go. Props to the designers on this one. Until they second-guessed themselves and slapped giant arrows on every turn. Like, in concept, it's kinda cute. It's like a road sign. But in execution, I think these tracks do well enough on their own, so get this orange blob off my screen. To go with that, anytime you drive over a little bump, different terrain, or off-road, the player bounces in their cart, and yeah, that's a cool little detail. Why does it shake the entire screen? This is another one of those in-concept it's cool sort of deals, but man, do they overuse this effect. My screen is shaking 70% of the time, and it makes it real hard to get around. Now, as for the game's items, it has your default ones, but this time they bring back the coins that were missing from Mario Kart 64. And they bring them back in the worst way possible. Coins are now much more integral than ever. If your coin counter depletes to 0 and a computer runs into you, you simply just spin out. To make matters worse, whenever a computer rams into you when you have coins, you lose one. Sure, they scatter plenty around the track, but this decision is almost as stupid as the tripping mechanic in Brawl. You're constantly losing coins. And when you're constantly losing coins, you're constantly spinning out. And to make this even worse, coins are required to unlock all the retro tracks. Once you complete all the Grand Prix, you have to replay them and collect 100 coins in each Grand Prix. And when the computers are constantly ramming into you, oh, I've never wanted to smash my GBA more than this, except my entire playthrough of Mario Pinball Land. But it's not all bad. The visuals, as I said, are very pretty for the GBA, and the game features full multiplayer link cable support, which is really cool. Not to mention the game's soundtrack is very solid. But at the end of the day, while the game has all these flaws, I think its real problem here is it has no defining upgrade. Like most Mario Karts like to throw something new into the mix. The big deal with this one is that it's playable on a handheld. I don't want to understate how cool that is, it's just going back to all the old Mario Karts makes it pretty easy to skip this one because it really doesn't have much going for it. And that's why I'll probably never play this again.
Whoa! Such harsh words!
Oh yeah? I think I'm just being honest.
Just because you didn't grow up with the game doesn't mean it's not good. Have you ever played it on original hardware?
No, normally I just play it on Switch Online.
That's not what it's built for. Why don't you play it on original hardware and then judge it?
Okay, yeah. Like, that's gonna change my opinion. Oh. I was wrong. I was way wrong.
Thanks to Spirit.
After playing Mario Kart Super Circuit on the handheld it was meant to be on, I think I realized. Imagine being on a road trip with 4 other players and linking up just to play one game of Mario Kart all together. It must have felt really cool when you actually got to do it.
Preach.
I mean, it was the first way to play Mario Kart on the go, and no one could take that away from it.
Now you're getting it.
This game oozes charm from all ends, and for a Game Boy game, it's something else.
Yeah, it is.
And will I groan every time I see a Mario Kart Super Circuit track in a future Mario Kart? Yes.
Wait, what?
Does this game even hold up? No. No, it doesn't.
Wait, we're regressing.
Is this game more of a novelty nowadays, and will I boot it up less than Mario Clash on my Virtual Boy? 100% yes.
And now you're just being mean.
Because at the end of the day, do I like Mario Kart Super Circuit? Not even a little bit.